could dance like this. She make a man wanna speak Spanish. Two wrongs don't make it right. So if I'm wrong, I ain't someone, please call 911. Let's go. We gonna hilo to Mexico. Call the police. Said no woman, no crime.
My daddy always say, look, man, they're going to kill you, you know, regardless. So they can either kill you for something or kill you for nothing.
What Do Hips Don't Lie by Shakira.
Never really knew that she could dance like this. She make a man wanna speak Spanish.
Gone Till November.
I can't stay, I'll be gone till November, I'll be gone till November.
911 with Mary J. Blige and Ready or Not by the Fugees all have in common.
Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide.
The music prodigy, Wyclef Jean. This guy is without a doubt one of the most talented musicians to have ever graced the planet. But here's the crazy part. Before all the fame, Wyclef was out here hustling as a vacuum salesman. No joke. He'd knock on your door trying to sell a vacuum and then hand you one of his albums as a freebie. Like, who does that? Wyclef Jean, who once also tried to become the president of Haiti. Yep, in 2010, he announced his bid to run the country, ready to bring change.
We provide security through job creation.
But his dream was short-lived. Turns out the Haitian law at the time required candidates to live in the country for 5 straight years before running, and Wyclef didn't qualify. Just like that, his shot at the presidency was over before it even started. What makes this even more interesting? Wyclef had been singing about his political dreams long before this. On his 2004 album Welcome to Haiti, Creole 101, he released If I Was President, where he laid it all out.
I was president. I was president.
Sure, politics didn't work out.
Instead of spending billions on the war, I can use that money.
But Wyclef doesn't take L's. By 2012, he dropped his memoir, Purpose, An Immigrant Story, and gave the world a peek into his wild, unpredictable journey. And trust me, this guy's story is just getting started. Now, let's rewind to where it all began, Wyclef's childhood. Wyclef Jean, born Nell Us Wyclef Jean, on October 17, 1969. And here's a fun fact. He shares a birthday with none other than Eminem. Yep, 2 rap legends, same day, different years. He had anything but a picture-perfect start. Growing up in Croix des Bouquets, Haiti, during the reign of dictator Jean-Claude Baby Doc Duvalier, life was tough. And by tough, I mean really tough. Poverty, instability, the whole 9 yards.
It's a very poor community, no electricity, but a lot of drums.
Until he was 9, Wyclef lived with relatives in Haiti, soaking up the culture that would later influence his music. But then came the big move.
I just remember being in that hut in Haiti, and they say, you go to Kennedy Airport.
Jean landed in Brooklyn's Marlboro Projects and was thrown into a whole new world of culture shock, bullying, and discrimination. And to make things even messier, he ended up falling in with a rough crowd. Fights? Check. Stealing? Double check. Let's just say he wasn't exactly a choir boy back then. Wyclef's parents, Yolanda and Gessner, were determined to save their son from going completely off the rails. His dad, a Nazarene minister and garment worker, decided to move the family to New Jersey for a fresh start. Believe it or not, Wyclef Jean's music journey started with a Muppets-themed playset. Yep, the Muppets. Little Wyclef and his siblings would jam out on toy instruments, creating their own concerts at home. And while most parents would just laugh it off, Wyclef's mom and dad saw potential. They ditched the toys and bought real instruments. Big move, right? Wyclef didn't just drum his way through life. He took music seriously, but he almost had a career as a hairdresser.
The best hustle of my life. I learned everything about hair. Revlon, Precise, synthetic hair, human hair.
In high school, though, his talent started turning heads, and after graduation, he hit up Eastern Nazarene College and Five Towns College to sharpen his music skills. In 1987, Wyclef teamed up with his cousin, Pras Michael, and Pras classmate Lauryn Hill to form a group called the Translator Crew. Now, let's be real, that name wasn't exactly turning heads, so they switched it up and became the Fugees.
Like, let's use refugees. We took the re out, kept Fugees, and that's how it became.
Their first album, Blunted on Reality, dropped in 1994 under Rough House Records, but it flopped, and hard. The album barely climbed to number 62 on Billboard's R&B hip-hop chart. The hardcore image they tried to push just didn't fit. But don't count them out yet, because when they came back big. By 1996, the Fugees found their groove, literally. Their second album, The Score, was a masterpiece.
It's the way that we rock when we doing our thing.
Everyone wants to be a cowboy.
It blended reggae, soul, Creole, and hip-hop into a sound that was unlike anything else at the time.
So if you're doing music in your basement or in your garage, I always say that's the best place. I think that's where you're going to get your best material from, or the bathroom.
And it came with their game-changing cover of Roberta Flack's Killing Me Softly.
Singing my life with his words.
This song was so huge in the UK that their label had to pull it down a bit, so fans would shift attention to their next single, Ready or Not.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
The numbers don't lie. The Score hit number 1 on the Billboard chart, sold 22 million copies worldwide, and went 7 times platinum. Overnight, Wyclef went from hustling in his uncle's basement to becoming a global icon. And here's the cherry on top. The Score is still one of the best-selling rap albums of all time. After the huge success of The Score, Wyclef Jean was on the top of the world. But in 1997, just as they were reaping the rewards of their Grammy wins, the Fugees disbanded. And the reason? Well, rumor has it that Wyclef and Lauryn Hill's offstage chemistry might have had something to do with it. But most fans didn't know just how messy it was. The thing is, Wyclef allegedly thought Lauryn's son Zion was his. Turns out, he wasn't.
A mind to lead me to not believing that child was yours. That it was not mine.
Zion was actually the son of Rohan Marley, Lauryn's then partner. Finding that out hit Wyclef hard, and according to some,
what she is to say. Why was I the one in the hospital and not Ro?
Was a major factor in the band's split.
No, we not together. It was like, yo, we just gotta get a break.
I mean, band members having a romantic relationship is not uncommon, but here's the issue. Wyclef was already married at the time. He tied the knot with designer Marie Claudinette in 1994, and the two later adopted a daughter, Angelina, from Haiti in 2005. Despite all the drama, Wyclef and Claudinette have stayed together for 31 years. Wyclef Jean wasn't about to quietly step off the stage after the Fugees. In 1997, he kicked off his solo journey with the Carnival. A bold, genre-bending masterpiece that screamed, "I'm just getting started." And trust me, he wasn't lying. Wyclef proved to be that one artist who keeps you on your toes. Over the next 2 decades, he dropped album after album. The Eclectic, 2 Sides to a Book, which featured 911 with Mary J. Blige, which earned him a Grammy nomination in 2001. Masquerade, which had the singles Pussycat, featuring Tom Jones.
Lay back, take a sip of this, yeah.
And Two Wrongs, featuring City High.
2 wrongs don't make it right.
And The Preacher's Son, which had the single Party to Damascus, featuring Missy Elliott. And then there's 2006. By this time, Wyclef was already a big deal, but teaming up with Shakira for her mega hit Hips Don't Lie, game over. Do I even need to explain this track? It had everyone on earth in a chokehold. It didn't just break records. It broke the internet before breaking the internet was even a thing. Shakira's hips, Wyclef's infectious ad-libs, and that hypnotic beat, pure magic. With other albums like Carnival Volume 2, Memoirs of an Immigrant, Juve,
High school, she was that girl that make me do the hula hoop around the gym.
and Carnival 3, Road to Clefication, Wyclef kept reinventing himself while dropping bangers that hit you in the feels.
I heard it through the wire that he made it out the coma from a fast car. No matter, we gon' always be together, girl.
And let's not forget Wyclef's contributions outside the studio. Wyclef composed unforgettable music for films like Hotel Rwanda. Million Voices still gives chills.
No money. No diamonds, no fortune.
And The Agronomist, he even brought his charisma to TV with cameos on Third Watch,
Me four. You would have. So let's start all over.
Shot Us,
Whoever could swim past this swimming pool, I'll give my daughter.
in Black November.
The world is in business with killers.
And after, he gave the world one of the most stirring performances of Bob Marley's redemption song at the America, a Tribute to Heroes concert.
Set from mental slavery, none but ourselves.
Speaking of concerts, fans were buzzing when Wyclef, Lauryn Hill, and Pras hit the stage together at Dave Chappelle's block party.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for a miracle. The Fugees.
But just when it seemed like the Fugees were finally back, the crack started to show again. In 2005, they tried to keep the music alive with a short European tour and even dropped a few new tracks, but any hopes for a full-blown reunion album were quickly dashed.
It was a moment that was great. We tried to do something and kind of like almost happened and didn't.
The whispers of tension and infighting grew louder until Pras shut it down completely in 2007. His infamous words, "Before I work with Lauryn Hill again, you will have a better chance of seeing Osama bin Laden and George W. Bush in Starbucks having a latte discussing foreign policies." Ouch! Fast forward to 2023, and the trio briefly reunited for what might be their final hurrah at the Roots Picnic in Philly. Lauryn Hill, known for keeping fans on their toes, not only showed up.
When I'm moving forward, when I'm looking in that rearview mirror, I don't even see that. To be quite honest with you. Don't, because it's just, to me, it doesn't.
But also surprised the crowd by bringing out Wyclef and Pras, who had always blamed Jean for the band falling apart.
The work and, you shouldn't have messed with the girl. Matter of fact, didn't I warn you about messing with the girl?
Right.
The show felt like a dream come true for longtime fans. But reality quickly set in. Oh, and by the way, Pras isn't just making headlines for music. He's now facing up to 20 years in prison for conspiracy and acting as an unregistered agent of a foreign government. While all the Fugees drama was happening, Wyclef Jean had another mission, saving Haiti. In 2005, he launched the Yele Haiti Foundation for his people. And listen, Wyclef didn't just talk the talk. When the devastated earthquake hit in 2010, his foundation raised over $9 million to help rebuild the country. For a minute, he was the pride of Haiti, even earning the title of ambassador at large in 2006. But the good times didn't last. By 2010, the foundation started getting dragged through the mud. People claim Wyclef had been dipping into Yele's funds for his personal use. Yep, that's right. Some are saying the money meant for struggling Haitians might have ended up paying for, Wyclef's lifestyle. The private jets and stuff. Of course, Wyclef wasn't having it.
Did I ever use Yele money for personal benefits? Absolutely not.
And I felt like disrespect. They should at least said I took 100 because the car collection alone. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, the man's got $10 million in the bank. Impressive, right? But back in 2012, the IRS and state tax authorities came for him, hitting him with a hefty $2.9 million tax bill. That's a lot of zeros. Creditors were on his tail too, claiming he didn't pay up for services rendered. One New York law firm even slapped him with a $100,000 fine for not paying them for their services. That should all be in the past, though, as he is set to launch a luxury electric car, the Atticus Apex APO. It's a 2-passenger sports car, and he's partnered with Apex Motors and ELO to bring it to life. It was even unveiled at the fancy Amelia Concourse d'Elegance event in Florida.
Ain't no antics, it's attics. Pull up in the Apex. Rulers don't cover with jigger. Master P, I got.
Pretty cool, huh? The 55-year-old is also doing some work in Africa and has found out that he's not fully Haitian.
And then when I traced it back, it traced straight back to Nigeria.
And don't think he's slowing down in music. Wyclef is still running his own music company, Soto Mood Labs, where he works on source music and jingles. From making hit songs to making cards, he's definitely keeping us on our toes.